Hey team, welcome back to the channel. I thought today I would just go over my current set of positions in my account. I got around $41,000 in cash sitting here. Of that, $33,800 is in options collateral. I've been trying to be a little bit more safe and not do so many puts. I do have a put on Amazon that I did yesterday though, and that's at the 230 strike, so that would be 23,000 of that. That's the collateral I had to put aside. And then I've got this TQQQ, that would be 5,300 that I've got to put aside. But then I've got these credit spreads, which you don't have to put as much aside. You can save on risk with these. You don't have to put as much collateral aside. That's where I'm sitting right now as far as my options collateral. It's a little high for me right now, but it is what it is. I kind of felt safe with this Amazon one, so that's a big part of it. I just want to open up all these in a separate tab. So let's go open Amazon, ANET, Hood, SMH, NVIDIA, SMH, AMD, and TQQQ. So with Amazon, it looks pretty safe. This is going to expire 1/30. I collected $239 for this for one contract. Right now, the cost to close is $237, so it's kind of at a break even. But there's lots of time for this, and the stock is at $237, so well above my 230 puts. I don't think I'll be assigned, but you never know. If I go look at Amazon and Legend here, it's kind of come down. That's why I did a put, but it had gone up recently to around the 248, and the all-time highs back here are 259 back in November. So it's kind of been trending sideways the past month or so, month and a half, but it has gone down. That's when you want to sell a put, and we'll see what happens. Again, I think I'm pretty safe. It's dropped today to 237. It was up to 239 at the beginning of the day, but I think it's pretty safe. Moving on, the next one here is this ANET vertical put credit spread. The spread is 131 to 126, so it's a $5 wide spread. Two contracts. I collected $135 per contract for that, so what's that, $270 total? And right now the estimated cost per contract is $198, but that's pretty safe. It has gone in the past week or so, it's gone well into the money. It's gone between 136 it's gone between 131 of the past week and 136, so 124. It actually was below both of the strikes at this period here. 129, it was between the strikes. So, but recently it's gone above both. If the price ends up between 131 and 136, I would the short strike of 131 would be in the money, and I would be assigned the shares. I would have to buy those at $13,100. And this other long put would just expire worthless. But if the price was below both, they would both be in the money. So this 131 would be exercised. I would have to buy the shares at 131, and then I would exercise this 126 to sell the shares at 126. And the difference of $500 I would lose. But that's the downside protections. If let's say the stock went down to 90 or something, if I had just this short put here, I would have to buy the shares at 131, and I'd be stuck with them at 90. But this offers a little bit of downside protection at 126. You can get out of it at that. But right now it's above both, so these are both out of the money. If it expired today at over 131, then they would both expire worthless, and I would just keep the premium and move on to the next day. This next one is Hood. I've got 400 shares of Hoods. I've got two call contracts on this. One's at 132. I collected $220 per contract on this for two contracts, so that's $440 I collected here. This expires on the 30th, but man, Hood has just really dropped this week, and then just today it's really dropped a huge amount from 112 to 109. It's starting to crawl its way back up, but that means the price of this option has dropped to $27.04 per contract. So if I went two contracts, I wanted to buy this back, that would cost me $54.08. If I collected $440, I could buy this back for $56.08. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, because why wait? Today is the 16th. There's 2 more weeks till this expires. 2 more weeks to collect $56. I could just probably close this out and call it good and take any risk off the table. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. Let's buy to close. 2 contracts, 56.08. Actually, that's dropped a bit. So the bid ask is 23 to 27. Let's try 25. Medium fill likelihood. Submit that. $50 roughly. Let's see if I get filled there. If not, I'll adjust the price. At this other hood, it's the 125 call. It's definitely dropped below that as well. This one I collected $450, so that's $450 per contract. So 2 contracts, that's $900 I collected. I could buy this back at $64.04 per contract. There's 2 contracts here, so that would cost me $128 to buy this back after collecting $900. Not sure it's worth it to wait 2 more weeks to collect this amount of money. I could just make another trade probably, but for now I'll just let this one sit. The next one is SMH. I've got a vertical put credit spread, $10 wide, 370 to 360 put credit spread. The current price is 404.58, so it's way out of the money. Not likely to get assigned or anything. I collected $228 per contract. I've got 2 contracts, so I could easily buy this back for $67.08. This is another one that expires at $130. This stock I'm very interested in owning. I've got, I think, 17 shares right now. I do want to keep picking up more over the past year. This is a semiconductor ETF, so it's pretty safe. Over the past year, it's gone up 57%. Over 5 years, it's gone up 252%. So just think, in 1 year, if you put $100,000 into this, you'd have an extra $57,000 in 1 year. And I like that it's an ETF because you spread your risk. If any one of these companies goes bad and starts dropping, you're not totally stuck with that. You've got all the other stocks to kind of help cushion that blow. And if any one of these is that bad, they'll rotate it out of this ETF and put another company in. So it's going to tend to go up and to the right over time. All these companies are the best of the best, and they're trying to do as much as they can to increase their profits. So pretty safe. You're not really stuck with any one stock that's going to drop and have that 100% risk of owning that. So I do want to pick up a lot more of this, and it's gone up quite a bit since I put this trade on, so I think I might even want to close this one out as well. Okay, moving on to the next one, NVIDIA, 200 shares of this. My cost is $210, so I'm trying to sell these at $210 and get a little bit of premium, but NVIDIA's dropped quite a bit lately. It has gone up today, so that's good. I received a credit of $72 each for this, and for 2 contracts. And I could buy this back for $103, so it's above my cost here. So I'm going to let this sit. This doesn't expire until 2/6, and I feel pretty safe. And I've got a large position. 2 contracts at $210 is $42,000 of my portfolio, so it's a huge chunk. And I would be okay if these were called away at cost, and I made a little premium along the way. NVIDIA is a good company. I do maybe want to hold it long term, but I was assigned these at a pretty high price. And based on my position size, it's a pretty high risk for me to have this much of a position as a percentage of my total stock portfolio. So I'll let this one play out. Got a lot of time here. I don't see that's going to go up to 210 from 190 in the next 3 weeks. Keep an eye on this. This is another SMH, same kind of thing. It's a $5 wide spread. I've got another put credit spread here. Same kind of deal. I could buy this back for $68 per contract. I received $133 per contract, just 1 contract here. I did another vertical put credit spread on AMD. Current price is well above my top strike price of $195. That's my short strike, and $185 is my long strike. So that's $10 wide. Collected $215 on this. 2 contracts, so that's $430 I collected. Right now I could buy this back for $103. But still lots of time, so I'll let this continue and let this extrinsic value drain out of this. But this one seems pretty safe, 232. The market's rising right now. It's up today, 2.24%. And the last one is TQQQ. I just did a straight up cash secured put on this. I collected $211 for 1 contract, and this expires in about a month, so $213. I think it did drop below. Let's see what happened this week. It had gone down below my strike. So I'd be okay picking up these shares. I could just turn around and sell a call against these, but Right now it's above, so it's out of the money. But if I did want to trade and I pick these up at 53, I could then go sell, call, and I could, let's go out a month here. Let's just go right at the money. Let's say it's gone down to 53, and this is 53 just for example purposes. I could collect around 290 if I was right at the money, or I could get a little more appreciation, go up here a couple bucks and pick up some appreciation as well as some premium as well. So I'm totally happy with TQQQ. As follows the QQQ index, so it's leveraged. If QQQ goes up, if QQQ goes up 1%, this is going to go up 3%. I went ahead and had some shares of QQQ, about $5,000 worth. I went ahead and because it had gone up past my cost, I'm trying to consolidate things, so I decided to sell that. And so right now, instead of 40,000, I've got 46,500 in my account. And what I'm going to do, I think, is take that $5,000 and buy a call option on SMH, which is what I really want to. I want to pick up some shares of this. I don't mind owning 100 shares of this because I think it's going to go up this year. Last year, like I said before, it's gone up over 50%, 55% here in 5 years. 248%. So I'd like to pick some of this up and just let it ride. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a deep in the money call on this. I might even go out and do a leaps option on this, but let me go look at buy call. If I just go out like 63 days to March 20th, I want to choose like a 80 option, 80 delta, 84 here, 78 here, 80 delta here. The 355 strike, that would cost 55.75. So that's about what I had just acquired from selling QQQ. Let's look at this on option strat. So if I go, I think I have this in here, March 20th, and what was that, 355. So pretty much with the stock at 407 right now, I pretty much purchased this intrinsic value. So if you take 407 minus 355, you get 52 times 100. That's 5,200. That's where this debit comes from. If the price just goes up to here, which is the break even, that's a 2.7% increase. That would mean all the money I paid for this would be back and I'd be at zero. And then anything after that would be just profit. Going up 2.7% in a couple months. In 1 month, it's gone up 14%. Pretty easy to see that it would go up 2%. So if it went up 14% would be, it's off the chart. I'm making like $4,000 or $5,000 here in just a couple months. I could turn this into a leaps option and go out like a year. So January 7, stock would only have to go up 11% for me to break even here. Again, it's gone up 55%. So I'd be well into profit with that. But I think maybe going with a shorter time frame, I could roll this up and out and keep increasing my profits and just stay at the 80 delta so that the price moves 80% of what the stock price move is. What I like about doing it this way is that, the most I can lose is my net debit, which would be $5,200 to purchase this option. If I held the stock and it went like to zero, if I bought these shares at today's current prices of $400, that would be $40,000. If it went to zero, I would lose $40,000. But if I had this option and it went to zero, I would only lose about $5,500. So there's much less risk. It's also more capital efficient percentage-wise, putting in 55.75. So I'm going to go ahead and take a risk and take this trade. 355. It cost me 55.75. Delta is 81. The bid-ask spread, let's look at this. 54.30 plus 55.75 here. Divide by 2. 55.02. Put that in there, 5,500. See if I get filled with that. If not, I'll change it. Save me a little bit of money. Do order, submit. I'll give it a minute, see if I get filled. If not, I'll change it. All right, it didn't fill at that, so I bumped it up a little bit. Let's go in here. It did get filled at the 55.50 price. Something a little bit different. I have done leaps before and made a little bit of money off leaps. And this is a shorter term option. It's only a couple months, but this stock, we'll see what happens with it. It's going up so far in the past month. 1 month, it's gone up 14%. All I needed to do is go up 2.7% to break even. Again, if it goes up 14%, I'm going to make $4,500 or so. So that does it for my current trades. I don't really have a lot going on as far as trading next week because I'm waiting for a lot of things to expire. And I'm experimenting with this deep in the money covered call. I probably will do a video about why deep in the money covered calls can be good, and it can actually be better than buying the stock outright, and it allows you to pick up the shares in a different way. capital efficiency and lowered risk and things like that. If you want to see that videos, let me know. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. And if any of this is really confusing to you, I do have like a free Discord, and with that you can get my spreadsheet, which I used like this one to track all my trades and my profit and loss. And this Discord, you can get my sheet here. It also has a free course, a beginner course, that'll teach you everything you need to know about how to get started selling options, getting a little bit into buying options. So I'm going to be working on a new course maybe for more advanced things like that. But this would get you started. You can come in here, you can chat with me, ask me questions, and converse with a lot of other traders that are doing the same similar kind of thing. And that's it for this video. We will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.